manpower development to the GDP in the country?
Well, you know, the in terms of contributions to the GDP, this is an aspect that is unquantifiable. You cannot quantify human development because it is an intangible, you cannot touch it. But you will see the benefits in so many ways. It is wide and varied. For example, I was telling you, even if you export skills to the rest of the world, the kind of currencies you will get back, the DFI would grow, the direct foreign investment will grow. Our assets would be the human beings that go out there and bring in money into Nigeria. Take a look at most of the expatriates that work in the country. They are paid in foreign currency. They do not necessarily spend this money here. They take it back to their lands. It will be a converse situation if Nigerians have skills.
Let me bring you to the recent launch of the Economic Recovery Plan done recently. Yes. And one of the ways the bailout plan is diversification and social inclusion and also foreign direct investments. So how is the ITF aligning to this mandate of the federal government in terms of the Economic Recovery Plan?
Well, you see, the skills is one of the critical enablers of the Nigeria Industrial Revolution plan, which the present government under Muhammadu Buhari is consolidating on. And what it naturally means is that you can never develop any infrastructure. You can never go into transportation. You cannot go into the aspects of industrialization, which are critical to this administration, without having the requisite people with the requisite skills. So you need people with requisite skills to achieve and attain all these paraphernalia of goals. Therefore, the ITF is well positioned to provide these skills in all these aspects, whether be it oil and gas. And like I told you earlier, we just take one simple example of our Model Skills Training Center in Abuja. This Model Skills Training Center runs 5 trade areas: mechatronics and autotronics, facility technology, ICT, culinary, and it's in partnership with the Institute for Technical Education and Services of Singapore. They have come in here with international certification and examinations run by Singaporeans, and those trained here are Nigerians. By the time the trainees pass out of this institute, they will be well prepared for the world of work. And they go into the industries, satisfy the needs of our industries, and also try to revive the ailing industries. We begin slowly, steadily, but surely we'll get there.
Now let's look at the problem of job creation now. The recent survey shows that 13.9% of Nigerians are unemployed, while about 29.5% of Nigerians are underemployed. What's the ITF doing to address this depressing statistics?
It's a very sad commentary that we have found ourselves in this position. And one of the reasons is also because of the faulty curriculum of Nigeria in time past, where we pay a lot of premium to paper qualification instead of hands-on jobs. And now what the ITF is saying is that we must get back to hands-on jobs. A situation where we bring in other nationals from Togo, from Benin Republic, to do certain jobs, hands-on jobs for us, is unacceptable. And therefore, ITF is poised to now develop the vast human capacity of this country to do those jobs. And what we are saying is that all hands must be on deck. It is not just the public sector, it's not just government, but both the public and private sector must partner together. I have met with the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, the umbrella body of the organized private sector, to woo them so that we can partner together. And then we have brought before their domain the very wonderful policy of President Muhammadu Buhari of industrialization, where they can key in. I have met with NASIMA, I have met with NASMI, I have met with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, all in a bid that we are on the same template towards achieving the same goal, towards empowering Nigerians with skills And ours in the ITF is hands-on, hearts-on, and minds-on.
Yeah, your extensive collaboration with many of this union, the NASIMA and all that you've mentioned seems to be geared towards social inclusion, and that's in terms of public-private partnership arrangements. But when you look at trying to attract the private sector involvement in the economy, that raises the challenge of liquidity. How do we address the challenge of liquidity? Because in the past we've had situations where investors get loan and they have been diverted for other sources.
The Mr. President's industrialization policy has provided a clear roadmap as the enabling environment. But talking about the liquidity situation, our parent ministry, the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, in order to ensure that Nigerians, particularly members of the private sector, have access, to funds and financing, brought together 3 agencies under the ministry to form a tripartite arrangement and agreement: the Bank of Industry, SMIDAN, and the ITF. And it gave us a very clear marching orders. And that mandate is ITF provide the skills. Provide the skills, and then under the Entrepreneurship Development Program, work together with SMIDAN and form these trainees into cooperatives. Because you can give somebody money, but he may not have the capacity to even use that money well. And so at the end of the day, you put them together, and then Bank of Industry comes in and shows them the easiest ways, to access financing.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, setting the record straight on addressing the problem of liquidity in the Nigerian economy. Find out from the Director General Industrial Training Fund, Joseph Ari, on Question Time.